Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 11 of Direwolf20's Forgecraft3 series. We've got a new research. Dun dun dun! Brain in the Jar is available. Check it out, Soren. Brain in the Jar.
I'm in a hole.
You're in a hole? Why are you in a hole?
Yes, he is.
Someone's like, oh yeah, I'm in a hole. That's cool.
Yes,
Don't worry about me.
I'd like to point that out.
Oh, that doesn't seem terribly hard to get. That seems actually pretty easy to get. Instability moderate, huh? I just need some arcane infusion. I can make this happen.
This must be a different kind of instability than what I'm used to.
Hey, it's Mr. XComp. How are you, sir?
It is indeed. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm getting ready to make a brain in a jar, and I'm playing with trains and tracks and all kinds of railcraft type stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard Miscraft is now out for 1.6.4, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
All set.
Yay.
That's exciting. I like that. And Morvy's here too. What's up, Morvy?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Not too much at the moment.
Cool. All right. Forgive me. I'm just thinking. Like, what do I need to get this stuff done?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
We know
like,
that
I have
thinking
to
is
think.
difficult for Dyer.
Yeah, really.
It's not
It's
easy.
worse for me.
It's not easy, that's for sure. Sometimes it's hard to do an intro and at the same time, like, you know.
It's like, hi,
Yeah,
I'm doing an
I had a
intro.
feeling.
What is the words that I'm going to say next? Oh dear Lord, help me.
I know the feeling when I start my stream, it's like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start it up.
Yeah. All right, let me get a couple buckets of water. Remember, guys, I always grab double what I need just in case something does get destroyed. So that's what I'm doing. You can also see my inventory is full of minecart stuff and mine tracks and all this crazy stuff because I came up with a really neat system I want to show you in a minute. But I was excited to see the Brain in the Jar was available in Thaumcraft. It was available in previous versions of Thaumcraft, by the way, but it was considered lost research, aka it was only available through the shards that you get from villager trading. But he changed it in the very latest version to make it just a normal research recipe, so you can go ahead and just research it like you normally would, and you'll be good to go. So that's exciting news. All right, so I've got that. I've got the stop that brain in a jar, and then a couple of you guys, and then I just need to see what else I need by way of aspects, and then we'll be in great shape. I needed census 10. I've got 8 census. I know there's that's easy to get. That's lapis. I think a couple pieces of lapis will do me well. Let's go get that taken care of. I also want to get, I think I want to get those boots from Thaumcraft too, so I can start running faster. Oh yeah. 1 each of lapis will give me the census I need. So we'll get that cooking. And then Soren, I want to show you the tracks that I made.
Oh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I made some cool stuff.
Speaking of tracks, I actually fixed some of your tracks in the nether going towards your quarry earlier today.
Oh, thank you.
Were they missing?
They might have gotten blown up from gas or something.
Something along those lines. Yeah, I went down that direction to start kind of use it as a shortcut to scope out a quarry site of my own, and didn't realize there was a few tracks missing, so I found a few, and it's prepared, so.
Gas proof that.
Nice. So I gotta find some cognito, which I think I can get from paper. I'm pretty sure paper should have cognito on it, so let's get that going.
I think it's hilarious that you're a wind-up toy.
Am I a wind-up toy?
You look like a wind-up toy.
Why do I look like a wind-up toy? Okay,
The giant
that's cool.
wind-up thing on your back.
Right. And then I need the undead aspect. Where can I find some of that? Do you know off the top of your head where I might find undead? I would think zombie flesh or zombie brains or something, but I'm not seeing anything that jumps out as undead. Huh?
Bone?
No, bones don't have it either.
Brains?
Brains don't have it either. Alright, let me get the paper going, and then I will figure out what has undead on it, and then we'll get ourselves a brain in a jar, which is something I've really been looking forward to get because of all the experience that's spilling out of this furnace behind me. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Bad news. Did some research online and found that the only items really that have the exanimus aspect that I need is wither skeleton skulls. which as we know are pretty rare. So we're going to have to hold off a little bit on the whole brain in a jar bit. Let me figure out another option for this, but for now we'll just hold off on it. But that's okay, because we have other cool stuff that I want to get working on. Specifically, I want to show you what I've been working on with trains, and there's a reason I have all kinds of train stuff in my inventory. It's because I want to get started showing you what I've designed. It actually works really well. I want to have it on both ends of our train cart system, but I've built it on one already. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to build the second piece on camera so you can see how it works and how to build it. Ready? Here goes nothing. So this is the mystical contraption that I've built right here, and it's awesome. You ready? Step on the pressure plate, boom, cart arrives. Cool. Ride the cart, all this cool stuff. Hop out when you're done. Hey, come back here, you. And then when you're riding the cart back, watch what happens. You ready? Here goes nothing. Dun 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 dun. No button clicks, no nothing. It just automatically kicks you out of the cart and then sucks it directly into the cart dispenser. Nice. Have you tried that yet, Soren?
No, I've been making this gas proof.
Ah, cool. All right, well, I'm going to head over here and show you guys how to make it, because I want it to work on both sides. Can you also make it zombie pigman proof?
Yep, working on the first gas proof.
Hooray! I like gas proof. Gas proof is definitely important.
And then pigment proof is easy.
We're also going to need a small area where it's going to be wider. I don't know where I want to build it exactly, either along the track in the middle somewhere or maybe on one of the ends. I haven't figured out exactly where I want to put it, but we're going to want a little bit of routing and intelligence to it. So here, I want the exact same setup down on this side. So let's take a look. First off, obviously, we need a cart dispenser. Boom, right there. And carts go in the cart dispenser, of course. What I also want to have is a pressure plate so that players can walk up to the pressure plate, step on it, and the cart comes out. Pretty cool, right? So that's part 1 and 2. Next up, could have sworn I had the item I need for this, but I don't have it.
I like to point out, I was going to place a cart, but I still have that cart in my hand. Where did this one come from?
I stepped on the pressure plate. It came out of the cart dispenser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was well timed.
I need a detector any for this process. So,
Ooh.
what's that?
I just got pushed out. Nice. Ooh.
Good, right?
Uh-oh. Impasse. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't implemented the detection system bit yet.
That works.
We'll get there. But it should at some point detect when a cart's on the way, and it'll hold you and prevent you from carrying on until the cart clears, which shouldn't actually be too hard to set up. So I'll get to show off signaling, and I'll get to show off a bunch of the other cool stuff that's available. So let's get some fancy blocks here.
Nice.
And craft up. I can't believe I forgot one of the required components for this.
I can.
Derpy Dyer. Well, I know you can. You know what else I need? I would have been really annoyed if I forgot this. I'm like, alright, it's a good thing I'm going to check things now that I have everything I need. Alright, that's probably all I need.
So he says.
So I say. So the pressure plate...
So says Dyer.
Yeah, so says Dyer indeed. Are you going to come play with us XComp on Forgecraft3 at some point?
I was kind of thinking about it, but it's also 3 a.m., so I was kind of thinking about going to bed.
No.
Yeah, 3 a.m., that's kind of a good bedtime, honestly.
He has to play first.
I should probably also at some point upgrade this to high-speed rails, so it's even faster. But we'll see about that. I never have luck with high-speed rails. I always cause explosions.
Well, let's face it, it doesn't need to be high-speed rails for you to cause explosions.
This is a fact. I could have also made it a locomotive, but I kind of like going with like the powered rails system. Locomotives are cool, but I don't want to use them for this purpose. So basically at this point, it's going to be the following. We have a detector thingy. Ah, that's not what I wanted. It's facing the wrong way, that's all. Let's face it this way, back here. Cool. So that when there's a cart there, it detects it and emits a redstone signal in the back. Now, this is actually something I didn't test, but maybe I should. Oh, it does work.
You should.
Cool. It doesn't need redstone. I like that.
What doesn't?
I have it using redstone on the other side, but it doesn't really need to. So let's see what happens, right? So we just go through here, the thing kicks me out, and then it gets eaten. Because what happens is, as soon as it detects a cart here with the cart detector, it emits a redstone signal, which goes through the block, activates the cart dispenser, and then sucks up the cart. So basically, you hop in, and you're good to go. The only thing this isn't doing is making sure that there's always a cart available. That's going to be a little bit tricky without ender chests. Like with an ender chest, I could easily, in transposers, it would be a cakewalk, right? Like just have something that always supplies carts and make sure a transposer keeps at least one cart in at all times and have like 10 carts in the ender chest. You're good to go. But we don't have ender chests. So at this point, we're just going to have to kind of say like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, worst case, I could maybe put a, I don't know, a hopper there or something, but I don't know how these things respond if you know, there's not enough carts. So we'll see. I'm gonna do that and just drop one back off. So let's go check out our quarry and see how things are making out. So here we are down here. We've got our mining drill going. We actually, I don't think it's even finished yet. Like we have a ton of materials that we gathered. I've been running things back and forth manually, but frankly, I'm tired of manual. I hate manual. You guys know that's like the thing I hate most, is doing things manually. And having to load up my inventory, which is usually cluttered enough with blocks from down here and, you know, bringing it back. So I think today, Soren, it's time to work on getting some kind of auto cart system to transport items back and forth. So I'm thinking today's episode, we'll focus on that. If we can finish it today, cool. If not, you know, no big deal. But we do have something that'll work. Let's see. I've got a chest cart here. So what I'm going to do is, do me a favor, Soren. Are you in the nether at the moment?
Yep.
Go to the nether portal side where the, whatchamacallit, the mining area is.
Almost there.
User
Almost
joined
there.
your channel.
Cool.
Hi.
Bahimar!
Diorama.
Hello. Soren, let me know when you're there.
Hello.
I'm there.
Okay. I'm going to send a cart through, and you're going to tell me if it comes out correctly or not.
In trying to think of how to mix Pahimar and Soren, we either get Soramar or Porn.
Yeah. Also, Dyer's recording. I guess it
I
didn't come out too well.
I think that's safe for Direwolf.
Alright, here, toss me that back. It might just need to be a little bit faster. I pushed it very slowly through. And I should be able to make that happen faster.
Supposed to get Pahi ran, just get better.
Should be everything I need to get this going.
There goes my chat.
There goes your chat indeed. Alright, here goes nothing. You ready? Here comes the cart. Let me know if it goes through and lands correctly.
Oh, wow. I have velocity too, and it's just looking at it.
And it went, right?
Yeah, it's still going.
It should make it all the way to the other side, actually. Provided it hits the thing fast enough, it should hit the other side. So look at them behind you on a cart. But there's going to be a problem.
It's not going to go through?
It's not going to go through on the other side, because we discovered an episode or two back that carts, or all entities for that matter, have a internal timer about how often they can go through a nether portal. And that timer is 45 seconds, which is a huge amount of time.
Which has actually been changed in Minecraft 1.7 at a request from Direwolf.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, it is potentially being changed. I don't know if it was made official or anything yet.
I don't know if it was made official in the change logs, but it has been changed.
Nice.
Good guy Direwolf doesn't take the credit.
All right. I admit to nothing. But yes, it's apparently being changed to 15 seconds in 1.7, but we're not playing in 1.7 yet, so I have to come up with a creative solution.
Holding cart for a timer?
Yeah, but timer, vanilla,
yeah, easy.
I know.
I
have a plan. I have a plan for one.
Oh.
So what we basically want to do is detect if a chest cart is coming through. And if it is a chest cart, stick it in a holding area and make it wait there for 45 seconds. That's today's project. Let's get started. Alright guys, we're back, and I built this large room because what I have to do requires some vanilla redstone. I know, don't panic. It's a little scary, believe me, I am also afraid, but
You know how to use it?
I know, right? I'm a little terrified of what's the potential here, but I think in the end it's going to be pretty cool. So, trust me, this should work out. So I need to do something like this. I'm going to need a detector any cart so that it detects any cart. So I guess it really doesn't matter where this goes. Probably in the center of the room wouldn't be a terrible idea though. So detector any. And we're going to want to place on there a holding track.
User left your channel.
Oh, you know what? That's right. I want this thing though to face this way. Oh, where's my crowbar? In here, I think. It's going to be crazy. Alright, so this way, this goes here. Okay. So basically, what I'm building right now is pretty straightforward and simple. And I'm going to build this up as we go along for you guys. So let me actually put some powered rail here. And I'll make this one powered as well. And then I've got to get a lever or two, which I might have the process to make. See, that works. And while I'm at it, a few more of these just for good reason. Okay, so real quick and basic tutorial on what this is going to do. Cart comes in, and what's going to happen is when it lands on top of this rail, it's going to emit a redstone signal here. That's going to initiate our timer. It's going to start a 45-second timer, and then once that 45-second timer is complete, we want to do this. Cool? So that's basically what we're looking at. Now, thinking about it, I'm not sure, but we'll have to see if I need to change something here. Curious if... I'm not going to worry about it for now. We'll see what happens. Might need to move this out a little bit, but let me do that just in case, because I'm going to go out on a limb and say I need this to be moved out a little bit. So let me move it one row back. Alright guys, so we're back. How are we going to build a timer? That was one of my first questions, and I started looking around online for like a good way to build a very easy to make and variable size timer. And somebody pointed me at Etho's video. I think it was actually you, Mikey, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Cool. So I went and checked out Etho's video on how to make a timer using hoppers, and this is actually really pretty easy. It works great. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So you can go check this out on Etho's channel if you want to. He's probably better at explaining how and why it works than I am, but you're going to need some redstone comparators, right? So I'm going to put these on either side of the hopper. Cool. Like so. Okay, so there's two components to this hopper build. First off, anytime there's an item in the hopper, it's going to emit a redstone signal like that right there, right? So we can see that happening. Now, why is this blinking? That wasn't blinking before. Why are you blinking every time you get an item? Oh. Right. Well, I have to do something else first. So I'll show you why that's blinking in a minute. I know why that's blinking. So that's the first part, right? Every time there's items in the hopper, it's going to go ahead and emit a redstone signal, right? Cool. So I know why that's happening. Now, in front of that guy, we're going to have to build something that'll prevent it from blinking like that. So let's do this. We're going to do a redstone block. Okay, so we're going to put this here for now, I think. And on that redstone block, we're going to put some sticky pistons. So actually, let me move this guy. I'm going to put a sticky piston here. Yes, and a sticky piston here. And we're also going to put a piece of cobble here and here, and then a piece of redstone here and here. Cool. So this is all Etho. I didn't come up with this. Not at all. I'm not nearly that good. Etho is the redstone guru. So the way this works is, now here's the deal, right? And I'll show you why this works. I'll show it to you right now with just a little bit of awesome magic. When a redstone signal is being applied to a hopper, it's not going to allow its items to fall, right? So if you like put item in here, it's not going to let the item move out of the hopper. See? It's not moving. When the redstone signal is removed, haha, the item is allowed to bounce back and forth. But as soon as the redstone signal is applied to a hopper, it's going to stop it from being able to be moved out. Cool. So that's the basic gist of this plan. So all I really got to do now is stick a redstone block right here, and we've got a timer. And the more items you have in the hopper, the more timer it takes. So if I make this like, you know, I'm going to put like a handful of items in here, right? So we can see that moving across. So the more items there are, the more time it takes. And it's, I want to say it was 0.7 seconds per item to move. So almost a second, right? Like 3/4 of a second, let's say, per item to move. So the more items you put in, the longer the duration of the timer. And in order to get the timer pulse is really easy. 10 ticks per item. Okay. Well, that's half a second, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's 0.7.
0.5.
Okay, you're the boss. So this is how we get the timer thingy to come out, right? So whenever it moves, it emits a redstone signal over here. So 7 seconds on, 7 seconds off. 7 seconds on, 7 seconds off, etc. For, you know, however many items you've got in here. The more items, the better. So So that's the basic gist. So what I want to do is basically have it so that this guy emits his signal like so. Okay, so we're going to have the cart thing sitting here, right? So this thing is here. Everything's going to stay over here. You should be doing something. Okay, I see what's happening. Yeah. Let me move these guys to here. That'll do it. Okay. So we've got this going here, right? Now when we apply a redstone signal, because, for example, the cart's sitting here, right? So you ready? So nothing's moving out of this hopper because we've got the redstone signal applied here. Okay? But once a cart lands on here, the redstone signal is removed and items start filling in. Cool. And then it's going to switch over. And that, we're going to cause it to trigger this thing to kick over. Sound like a plan? I thought so. I'm excited by that. That should look pretty good, I think. So, basically, once this cart continues along his way, because he's received a redstone signal, something like this. There we go. It'll stop the timer. It'll finish up whatever iteration it's on, move it back to the default position, and then the timer's stopped. So that's kind of the plan. Now, the other thing is we don't want to keep this signal on at all times. So I want to build a pulsar. New series, Dyer does vanilla. I think not like me. I definitely think not. I like mods, but, you know, in this case, I was given a challenge, right? Here's your challenge, Direwolf. You know, come up with a way to do this without mods. You know, because we don't really have any redstone type mods on here, right? So I came up with
a lot of challenges this season. No 9x9s.
No falling all the way down. Hey there,
yeah,
Mr. Firebat. This is why I have a thermostatic harness. I need it.
Yeah, I hit you. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Just tidying up, don't mind me. We'll put all this stuff back in a second. So this is just to allow the redstone signal to, you know, go across here. So I'm thinking something like this, right? Now this probably needs to be a little bit more. So if I want this here, yeah, we need this out further, don't we? So this will do. You know, I could just have it like this. Again, with the falling.
You love doing that, don't you?
I wouldn't say I love doing it, but I do tend to do it just a bit.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Right? So I could have something like this, and it's all kind of well hidden-ish. So we could have, like, the redstone signal come probably down here. And I may need a repeater at some point because this is a pretty long distance. And of course, I'm sure that this could be done more efficiently. You know, Dyer, not so good at this thing, right? But let's see how this works out. So get a little piece of cart back here. Go. You should do that. This thing should start ticking. And then a few seconds. All right, not strong enough because it's too long of a line. So we'll fix that. Give me a second. I did bring, I think, an extra redstone repeater, so that's cool. This will just repeat the signal. I'll make it instant. I won't have a delay on it. So let's see what happens now. There we go. So timer starts, and then in a few seconds, it should kick off and continue along its way. Oh, come on. Oh, I know. Derp. Let me fix this by maybe doing this. No, of course not.
Wouldn't be that.
Really?
What happened?
There we go. It wouldn't recognize it on the side. So hold for a few seconds, and then continue along your way. And then stop counting, right? So that's why I need it to be a pulse, right? Because what just happened. So I need it to be a pulse. Otherwise, if a cart hits it before it's done with its second cycle, it just continues straight along its way. So let's get a pulse former going here, which uses, you ready for this? Another bit of redstone magic from vanilla. I'm going to do it down here because it should probably be easier, maybe? Yeah. We want... You ready for this? I'm very excited that I know how to do this.
Vanilla.
I know, right? Let's say it's something like this, right? So I'll put a redstone doohickey here. And I'm going to put redstone here, and I'm going to put a comparator here. I'll probably just move all this to be like this, this, and this. So what should happen if I do this, can you tell I looked all this up online and I'm looking at a cheat sheet now? So this should do a single pulse. You ready? So let's put this guy on here and let it go. So it should, instead of keeping the redstone signal on, it should just pulse once the timer flips. See how it pulsed once? And now if the cart comes back, it waits for it to switch off and then switch back on. Because it only pulses and doesn't stay on. Cool, right? So that's my holding track pattern. That's what I kind of spent a little bit of time in a single-player world testing out how to make. I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back. So a little bit of magic later, and I've got a switch track here. So I need to do something similar to what I did back at the switch track over there. There I said switch when it's a cart carrying a player. Here, we don't want players to get stuck here. Players are not going to wait 45 seconds in order for us to reach our destination. We do not want that. We only want that to happen with item carts, because item carts are the ones that are going to be traveling from portal to portal. So, magic time. You ready? Watch out, because I'm building a hole here, Soren. We're going to do this. And I'm going to have a detector item cart, so a cart that can carry items. And I just need to crowbar it in this direction. Put the cobblestone back, and put the switch motor back. And then you go here. So now if you're a cart playing, a player carrying cart, you're in good shape. But if you're an item cart, where did my item cart go?
Yeah.
Do I not have an item cart on me? That's okay, I can make one real quick. I don't know where it went, so I'll just make one. So this should, in fact, do this. You ready? Come on, work. Hooray! How cool is that, huh? So player goes through just fine. Item cart gets delayed. Waits what's going to be a 45-second delay, but not yet. And then should continue on its way. Look at that. Awesome. And then he should be teleported through the portal. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I just need to break this for a second. This, this, this. We'll get our detector. We'll get our crowbar. We'll get our...
Oh!
Careful, Soren, that was close.
I noticed.
I warned you I was doing stuff.
Ah!
That's going to be painful. I warned you I was making holes in the ground. Why don't you listen?
I was trying to stop it.
You, sir. You,
You
sir.
have this rubber boots.
What?
You have the rubber boots from earlier.
Do I have them?
Somewhere, maybe.
Maybe. You can make some more. It's only a piece of wool and, 6 pieces of rubber. We have tons of rubber in the base. You know what? Come back here. I'll let you borrow my thermostatic harness if you promise not to lose it.
I'm just going to make rubber boots. I cannot promise that.
Alright. Then make rubber boots, but bring yourself cobble or something. So that's how we're going to get around the 45-second delay thing. I'm going to set the timer inside that hopper system to be a 45-second delay. I'm actually going to break this if I can. Hopefully this will be all right, but we'll see. So cart will come from one location to the other. We might need a 45-second delay timer on either side of the cart stations, but I'm hoping that the time it takes for a cart to get filled up by the items it's collecting might work out. I don't know. We'll have to do a little something different for that, because this time it's always going to definitely need exactly 45 seconds, right? Like, it's definitely coming through, it's hitting here, and it's definitely going out. But like, I don't want a cart that's on the the side that's collecting items to be sitting there for a minute, and then when it leaves, have to wait 45 seconds before it enters the portal. I want it to be smarter than that. So I might just have to have the detector in one spot, and then the holding area, and like the timer, and trigger it only, you know, I don't know. Well, not sure. I'll figure something out. We'll see what we can do. But for now, unfortunately, I do think we've hit wrapping up point. Soren, you sure you don't want to borrow my thermostatic harness?
Can you dig a hole right there real quick? Oh,
yes.
Oh.
You sure? Yep. Alright, if you die again, just, you know, remember I offered. So yeah, guys, we've got cool stuff built. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. We'll be back next time to continue this system, and then hopefully within an episode or two, I should be able to have something that will automatically transfer items from one side of the nether portal to my base. Awesome. Alright guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.